Sony is going to release its major console in the near future, and many gaming companies are constantly working onto making new games for the new hardware. And in the meantime, a great person said that he will need some exclusives to overrun PC and Xbox. So Sony signed up with some companies to do so. Anyways, if you have not checked my previous video about the evolution of Xbox controller, then don't forget to check that as well. So let's head over to our today's topic about some PS5 exclusive role-playing and action-adventure games. In our list, the first game is the Horizon Forbidden West. Horizon Forbidden West is an upcoming action role-playing game developed by Guerrilla Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment and set to be released in 2001 for the PlayStation 5. It is the sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn and is played in a post-apocalyptic open world with a third-person perspective. Player controls a protagonist Aloy, a machine hunter in the 31st century, as she travels to California, Utah, and Nevada, filled with dangerous tribes and ravaged by massive storms and deadly machines. On her journey across the uncharted lands of the Forbidden West, she encounters hostile regions filled with natural threats and ravaged by the massive storms, dangerous enemies and deadly machines, both new and old. As Aloy attempts to explore the wider and deeper parts of the Forbidden West, she discovers a vast array of diverse environmental ecosystems, including lost valleys, dry deserts, snowy mountains, tropical beaches, and ruined cities, both above and below the water. And aren't you hyped to play this game? And if you are, then please don't hesitate to comment. Next up is Demon's Souls. Demon's Souls is being remade by Bluepoint Games exclusively for the PlayStation 5, but not releasing on the PlayStation 4. Bluepoint Games can focus and take the full advantage of the PlayStation 5 advanced tech. This allows for features like ray tracing, at least to some extent, and players will be able to choose between a mode targeting for better graphics and a mode focusing on a higher frame rate. Demon's Souls is a game originally developed by From Software for the PS3, and its story says that a colorless fog has overtaken the kingdom of Boletaria, and a lone warrior makes their way inside, finding the realm overtaken by the powerful demons that feast upon souls to grow in power. The next in our list is Spider-Man Miles Morales. Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Insomniac Games and published by the Sony Interactive Entertainment for the forthcoming PlayStation 5. Based on the Marvel Comics superhero Miles Morales, it will be the second game in the Marvel Spider-Man series, following Marvel Spider-Man 2018. It was announced at the PlayStation 5 reveal event in June 2020. The narrative continues from Marvel Spider-Man and its downloadable content, The City That Never Sleeps, during which Miles Morales is bitten by a genetically enhanced spider and gains powers similar to Peter Parker's. A year after the game and its DLC, Miles has fully integrated himself into the black and red suit as an experienced Spider-Man, while defending both his home Harlem and the rest of the New York City from a gang war between an energy corporation and high-tech criminal army. Next in our list is Project Athia. Project Athia is the working title for an action-adventure game being developed by Luminous Productions, a studio consisting heavily of Final Fantasy XV developers, and to be published by Square Enix for PlayStation 5 and Microsoft Windows. The teaser and official site to reveal the game will have a female protagonist somehow ending up in another world. She can be observed wearing modern sneakers and possibly modern leggings beneath attire more typical of a fantasy realm, suggesting that her home world is Earth or someplace much like it. She is shown to have the ability to manipulate plant life, ensnaring her foes in giant roots she summons from the ground, and grass appears at her feet when she leaps, suggesting she also uses these powers to aid her movement. We will know more about this game later after it will be released. The final game in our list is Godfall, Godfall is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Counterplay and published by Gearbox Publishing. The game will be released on PlayStation 5 and Microsoft Windows in the late 2020. It was the first game confirmed for release on the PlayStation 5. The game is set in a high fantasy setting split into the realms of Earth, Water, Air, Fire, and Spirit, where the players take the role of one of the latest exalted knights ordered to prevent a major apocalyptic event. It supports single players and up to 3 players in drop-in, drop-out cooperative mode. The game is described as a looter-slasher as well based on the loot-shooter concept of completing missions and gaining better loot for further quests. The focus of the combat is on melee attacks rather than ranged ones.